Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Get Physically and Financially Fit webinar. My name is Ashley Dietrich. If you are joining this webinar, you either found me on Instagram through a shout out post on Instagram Transformations, or maybe we're already friends on Facebook or friends in real life, and you're joining just to learn a little bit more about my story or about how you can make fitness, health and fitness a bigger part of your life and reach your goals, and then maybe even possibly turn that into a business. So that's what I'm going to share with you, how I did all that, where it's taken me, and where I'm going with it. So go ahead and pause the music. You have to forgive me, I'm out of breath. I just ran upstairs to grab my cord before I started because my computer was going to die. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we will just jump right in and get started. If you have any questions that I don't answer on this webinar, then just feel free to shoot me a Facebook message or an email, and I would be happy to just kind of clarify things or go into more detail about what your questions are on. All right. Let's close this. Working from two computers right now. Okay. All right, so again, like I said, my name is Ashley Dietrich. If you found me on Instagram, my Instagram handle is @AshleyBFit. So you probably saw a photo that looked kind of like this if you and I connected via Instagram. It was my before photo and then my after photo. And that's kind of where my story begins. So I am the wife of an apple farmer. We have been married for almost 8 years, and we have 3 really adorable children, ages 6, 5, and 2.5. And I am currently pregnant, which you probably can't see right now. But I am currently pregnant with our 4th child. So busy wife and mom. And we live in the Midwest. We live in Michigan, so we have a really wonderful life here. And that's just kind of where I'm at now. So where I came from and how I got started in all this, it looks a little bit different. When I graduated high school, my husband and I met in high school, and we kind of both went off to college or whatever. And I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do. You know, so many people were going into college and they were like, you know, I'm going to school for this, I'm going to school for this. And I was like, I don't have a clue. Like, I know what I want to do in general. I want to help people. Like, I want to be the person who makes a difference in somebody's life. And I want to be the person who, you know, leaves somewhat of a legacy here when I'm gone. And I just want to be impactful in that way. But I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know what avenue was going to bring me that. So after, you know, doing some general studies or whatever, I decided that I was always really interested in the human body, into health and how the body works, and loved that kind of stuff. So the natural course was to go into the medical field and to become a nurse. That's what I was going to do. So I went to school for, you know, a few years, just kind of bouncing around. I hadn't quite landed on nursing. I toyed with, you know, sonography. I toyed with radiology and things like that. So I never really nailed on a program. So I was just taking different courses and yada yada. So when I decided to become a nurse, my husband and I were, I believe we were engaged at the time. And we had said, you know, we'd always agreed that if it were possible financially for us, that I would stay home with the kids and raise the kids and not work or work part-time. But I didn't really know if I could do that. It all sounded great in theory, right? But I was like, I don't know if I can just stay home all day. So I ended up going to school. I got into the nursing program. And by the time I got in, it was, I had been on the wait list for 4 or 5 years. There's a really large wait list at many of the schools in Michigan where I'm from. And so I was on the wait list for about 4 years. By then we had had our first child and our second child. And I finally got in, right? I was ecstatic. I was like, finally, after gosh, I had been graduated high school for like 6 years. I should have been done with school, and now I'm just starting, but whatever, I'm going to do it. And we found out I was pregnant again. And so I said, not a big deal. I can go to school. I'm pregnant. So I did. And I did like my first year. And then I thought, I don't know if I can do this. So I took a step back again. I had already put starting the nursing program on hold. I pushed that off a year because I just had a baby, but I continued to go to school and get some more of the classes out of the way that I could. So now we had 3 kids, and I was physically in a place and mentally where I was really unhappy. I was about 30 pounds overweight. I had never struggled with weight. Technically, in my brain, I did. I was never really obese or overweight, as a from a medical standards, but in my own mind, I was. And I didn't know how to do it. I was always active in sports, but I was still, really self-conscious of my body. And that got worse after we had our first, second, and then our third baby. That lingering 10 pounds or so stuck around with each kid. And by the third kid, I found myself 30 pounds overweight. I remember laying in bed and laying on my side, facing away from my husband, and crying and trying to stay quiet so he didn't hear me, because I was so embarrassed to admit that I was crying because I was so unhappy with my body. I felt so much extra fat in my stomach and on my legs, and I just didn't feel good. Aside from being self-conscious of my weight, I didn't feel good. I didn't feel healthy. I just had felt like I'd kind of lost myself. And I remember crying and thinking, how did I get here? Like, I was going to go and I was going to be a nurse and I was going to help people and I was going to be, in really good shape, and I was going to do all these things. And now, while I have a wonderful life, I have an amazing husband and I have 3 extremely healthy babies, I was still unhappy. And I thought, how can this be? And I finally got to the point where one night my husband said to me, he asked me if I was still attracted to him, because I was no longer letting him touch me. I was no longer letting him see me. Like, if we were in our bedroom changing our clothes or whatever, I would go in the bathroom, or I would close myself in our closet and get dressed. I wouldn't wear a bathing suit anymore. And he could sense something was wrong. And I knew something was wrong when he thought it was him. He thought, I was unattracted to him and I was falling out of love with him or something. And so that's what it was like. It was like a 2x4 right to the face, like, wake up, like, you have to do something. So what I ended up doing is I decided I need to get in shape. I know that's where it's going to stem from. And thankfully I knew well enough to know that it's going to take exercise, and it's going to take changing my nutrition. I knew that it wasn't going to happen by taking, some pill or some, something like that, some gimmick, or lose a few pounds really quick. Those were all Band-Aids. Those were all temporary solutions. And I had tried them in the past to no avail. And I was like, I need to do something different. I need to do something bigger. I need to do something more intense, more serious. So I had told my husband, I need to do the 21-day fix, and I want to drink Shakeology. And he was like, what is that stuff? And I had a few friends who were doing it, and they were seeing results, and they were seeing lasting results. They were seeing, I was noticing them making healthier choices and leading healthier lives, and they weren't dieting. They were just making small changes in their lives that over time compounded into big results. And I was like, that's what I need. That's what I need to do. I need to do something that I'm going to be able to change gradually, not kill myself over, stress myself out over, and be set for life. I need to learn how to do it. So I started with the 21-day fix and Shakeology. The 21-day fix is a fitness and nutrition program, and Shakeology is a superfoods dense meal replacement shake that's full of nutrients. So that's the route I chose. I did my first round. So if you look on my slideshow, this picture here, this was the day I started. And I had already lost about maybe 5 or 6 pounds, I think. I can't remember, it's been so long now. But I had to, in my own brain, I had to lose a little bit of weight before I would even take a picture of myself, because I didn't want it to like someone to accidentally find it on my phone or whatever. So anyway, that's what I did. And this was then. So I was about 170 pounds there, teetering, you know, give or take by a few pounds. And then I did one whole round of 21-day fix, which is 3 weeks. And I think I lost like 13 pounds and 10 inches or something. I felt amazing, but I wasn't sharing about it. I was so embarrassed that I just kind of internalized it all. I told my husband, I told one other person, and then I just did it. And people started noticing, you know, Ashley, you look really great. Have you lost weight, or what have you been doing? And I was like, oh yeah, you know, I've been doing this thing. And more and more people started taking interest in it. And I was like, well, that's cool. You know, that makes me feel really good. And so I did another round, and eventually I got done, and I had lost about 25 to 30 pounds. And that's where this middle photo was taken. This photo was taken at about 22 or 25 pounds weight loss from right here. And that, I can't even tell you what that meant to me. I had never achieved something like that. I was a chronic quitter. I was a chronic non-finisher. So to finish something like that was just so empowering that, you know, I just was like, I have to do something about this. And one thing, backing up a little bit, one thing I forgot to mention is once I did that second round, so the first round I lost like 13 pounds, which I don't have a photo of that on here, and then after the second round, I joined what's called a challenge group. This girl I knew said, you know, reach out to so-and-so, who's now my coach, and she runs these online like virtual boot camps or whatever, and she just kind of helps everybody stay accountable and supported, and answers questions and everything along the way. And she's like, I think it'd really be helpful for you to stop doing it on your own and like join this group. And that is where I saw it take off. I fell in love with the community of these women. There was like 10 to 15 women in this group. We were all doing the same thing. We were all from similar walks of life, and we all had a common goal, and we just crushed it. And it was so empowering. And I thought, I can't like keep this to myself. Like, why would I do that? So many people are noticing. And I know that there's people who feel like I do and who just internalize it like I was doing. So I reached out to the person who was my coach, and I said, I want to do this. I want to run a group like this. Can you help me? And she was like, yeah, absolutely. Why don't you become a coach? And I said, you know, I've never thought about being a coach. I just want to help people. And she said, if God put it on your heart, then maybe you should give it a try. And from that day on, I've never looked back. So that's a little bit about my story and how I got started and my fitness journey. So after this photo later, what I did was, I don't think I lost any more weight, but I gained muscle. I had had 3 babies, you know, obviously, and I had a 6-pack, and I was like, oh my goodness, this has never happened to me before. This is insane. But anyway, so it was just really empowering. So this is what I wanted to show you guys was, now once I got to be a coach, this is the opportunity that I was given. So if you've never heard of Team Beachbody, that is what I was doing, and that's what I still do day to day. And it's a company that was founded in 1998 with the core purpose of helping people achieve their goals and enjoy a healthy, fulfilling life. They started with infomercials, and they were able to give everybody equal access to the variety of like these world-class, proven, no-nonsense, do it in your own home DVD fitness programs. And Carl Deichler and John Congdon recognized that people needed support in doing this. So they started these message boards. And after doing that, they started recognizing and rewarding people who were helping others along the way. And that's exactly how Team Beachbody was formed. And they launched the Team Beachbody business officially in 2007. all of these programs, I'm sure you've recognized some of them. I mean, there's Insanity, TurboFire, Body Beast, T25, P90X, 21 Day Fix. The list goes on. And this isn't even quite updated. There's been several more released. But it put into motion the launch of these amazing products and the support of the coaching business. This, I think, truly represents a community and a commitment to the company's core purpose to help people achieve their goals and enjoy a very fulfilling and healthy life. So this is what makes Beachbody unique. I've already mentioned a few things that make Team Beachbody unique, but when you put them all together, that's really where the company, that's really what we have to offer as a company. We've got the complete solution, and that's key. It's fitness plus nutrition plus peer support equals your reward, your success, your goal, your results. This company started with fitness through infomercials, like I had said, and a few years after Team Beachbody was founded, then we added in the nutrition piece, and that's where we really started to see people excel and make lifelong changes. So how do these products really measure up to what people need and want? Everyone wants to know that, right? If you can look at this graph, what it's basically saying is how Team Beachbody revenue has grown over the years. The programs and customers are the driving revenue and drive revenue up every year. And there's no shortage of customers, and seeing how big the product line is, there's no shortage of solutions to help people achieve their goals. Actually, just yesterday, we even announced that we are expanding into the United Kingdom. So not only will we be able to help the 266 million people who are overweight or obese in North America alone, or in the United States alone, we're also able to already help Canadians do the same thing. And now in the late fall, we'll be able to help those in the United Kingdom as well. I'm going to skip ahead a few slides because I was a little long-winded. So one of the other key products that we have is Shakeology. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't, but it's only sold through coaches, and it is the ultimate daily dose of dense nutrition. It is really, truly like nothing else. I encourage you to do a little bit of research on your own or ask me. But there's really nothing like it in the market. Of course, there's other shakes. There's protein shakes and things like that. But Shakeology is different than that, and it stands alone. It's less than $5 a serving, and you get the nutritional equivalent of $41 worth of fruits and vegetables, and you get it in a single serving that replaces a meal or a snack. And for those of you who like to try it before you buy it, we do have a sampler pack so customers can see which flavor they like best. We actually have 2 more flavors that aren't listed on here, 2 more vegan flavors. So they're all really, really good. You can think of Shakeology as your secret weapon. It's the secret weapon for coaches to help their customers get incredible results. It's really a cornerstone of everything. As a coach, drinking it every day is what keeps me feeling incredible and helps me show people that our products really work. Shakeology has incredible, super nutritious ingredients. I'll just kind of run through these really quickly. But basically, there's proteins, vitamins, and minerals that help reduce hunger and cravings, food cravings. There's antioxidants, phytonutrients. Those help detoxify and protect the body against any radical damage, free radical damage. There's adaptogen herbs that help increase energy and combat stress. Prebiotics, probiotics, fiber, digestive enzymes, all these things that start in your gut, where so much of our health stems from. It helps aid your digestion and promote regularity, and there's, big bonus there for a lot of people. So the benefits are just endless with Shakeology. There's really something for everything. It's not Shakeology isn't the only thing that makes it unique. We really have the complete solution. There's a product for everybody, for any wage, regardless of your goal. So I can help you with any of that along the way. So these are actual customers or coaches of Beachbody, which I just think is incredible. You're able to submit your results to the company, and then they're able to brag about you. So it's really kind of cool. Here are some more results. I mean, some of these are just amazing. They're all amazing, but some of them are very drastic, and it's just a true testament to the power and belief behind our products. So with as a Team Beachbody coach, I get to create success stories with my friends and with the people who come to me for help. And that's a community of people who join together to support each other in this mission to end the trend of obesity. I've gained friendships, I've gained freedom, I've gained, passion for health and fitness and for helping others. And that's truly something that is beyond my wildest dreams. So what is a coach? A coach does not have to be a fitness expert or nutrition expert. You don't have to know a thing. You don't already have to be at your own fitness and nutrition goals. I certainly wasn't. I was close, but I wasn't there yet. You don't have to be an experienced salesperson. You don't I don't know anything about marketing, business, sales, never took any classes like that. Everything I learned was through Beachbody, and it was a much more enjoyable learning experience than if I would have had to sit in a classroom and learn it. But anyway, so salespeople, if you are in this to push products and sell, and make a quick buck, then this isn't the opportunity for you. But what a coach should be is someone who is willing to share how people can change their lives and achieve their goals. Someone who is going to be committed to their own health and fitness journey, and then be proof that these products work by working out and drinking Shakeology. And it also has to be somebody who is intent on improving and developing yourself. They say you can't pour from an empty cup. So Beachbody is really all about helping yourself first so that you can pass it on and help others. Whoop. I'm bouncing ahead here. Okay, so what you're going to get is you're going to get training and tools. You're going to get communication. You're going to get social media training. Anything you could possibly imagine to learn or help you would be this opportunity. I have less than a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap up and send you some more information. But I just wanted you to get this last point here. This is a picture of some of the gals on my team and guys on my team. And this picture is from a trip that we earned that I just got back from. We went to the Dominican Republic. I just got back in April. So that was amazing. We're going to New Orleans in the summer. And it's just fun. And it's like a community of positive people who are real and who are helpful. And it's so empowering. So you have a few options. We can go over this. I will message you each individually and just talk about where you're at, what your options are, how you should get started in your own health and fitness journey, and work on that for a while if you'd like to, or we can get started right in as a coach. But there's several different options that I can go over with you in detail. So I'm going to ask you what you liked most about the presentation, what your questions were. And I want you to think about what can becoming a coach do for you? Who could you help? And what are your goals and dreams? So I would really like to thank you guys for coming. This is going to pop off in any minute, but I truly hope that you were able to just get a taste of this. And I will be reaching out with you soon. And I hope you guys have a fabulous, fabulous day. And thank you so much for hopping on. And I will